So, a moment. I have seen, maybe you should watch this too. A lady who was protesting because SARS killed her brother. Yeah? She made a present, and her present and statement is well acknowledged.
No more, no more, no more. If it's just my brother that was if it's just my brother that was missing, maybe 3 of them were taken. My brother and his 2 friends were taken since 2007, and we have not found them. End SARS. End SARS. No more SARS. We don't want SARS anymore.
They took her brother since 2007. Some of you don't know why some people are on the streets. And very soon they are going to start telling you that those people are overdoing it. There are so many families who can't find or actually explain what happened to their family members after they were arrested by the Nigerian police on trumped-up charges, mostly if they are unable to pay bribe. Okay? If they are unable to pay bribe. Nigeria police will tell you that bail is free. What is bail? Bail is bribe. In Nigeria, bail is bribe. So when they tell you bribe is free, it doesn't make any sense. And there's no way they have said they have reformed the police in Nigeria that ever reflect whatever they told you they would do. So they will take you, ask you for money. If you are unable to pay that money, they will torture you. And if you're unlucky, they will end up dropping you. They work with the judicial system in Nigeria, the judiciary, the ones that will not allow you to defend yourself or have a legal representation, but will listen to the police who brought you in and send you to jail. Do you get that? Police officers, the criminals, and all the police officers in Nigeria, when they get a hold of you and they want to take bribe from you, and they want that bribe, and you eventually feel like, okay, maybe if I get to court, I can defend myself. At least the court will allow me to explain what did I do. In court, you will not have the opportunity of explaining yourself. The court is going to be asking you for surety. A police officer that asks you to pay him a bribe of 100,000 naira that you don't have and you refuse, their court, when they take you to their court, their fake criminal court, fake criminal justice system, when they take you to their court is going to ask you to pay 1 million naira, 500,000 naira as surety before you can regain your freedom. So you that couldn't pay a police officer 50,000 naira bribe, and you go to court to get justice, in court, they will say you should go and pay 300,000 naira for bail. Many people ended up in prison, in different prison, awaiting trial. They couldn't pay their bribe. They couldn't pay the bail. And many people spent years. Some people died. That is the picture of Nigeria policing system. And that is the picture of Nigeria justice, criminal justice system. It is corrupt. It is tainted. It's evil. And you can be a victim. It doesn't matter your class or your social status. You can be a victim anytime. If Nigeria happened to you, my brothers and sisters, you are on your own. Comedian, I think you should listen to this as well. A message which is so detailed. And I think you should hear from her first before I speak.
Only police station can issue lay be to ba mu e obe wọ́n ti ma ti kabu e lábẹ́ wọ́n ti ma rape e lórí pé wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n mú ẹ ṣé ru ayé tó ẹ ká máa gbé nìyẹn ẹ jọ ń lọ nínú tó lófin tó lọ́ba tó níjòyè tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ yàn bíyàn ni ó wá di pé gbogbo nǹkan yín líle ni gbogbo kọ́tà dé ń sọ yìí náà ó bá yín àmọ́ pẹ́ lómi inú ẹgbàjú bóyá ẹlòmíì kan kò gbàjú 20,000 40,000 ẹlòmíì gbàjú àádọ́ta àmọ́ àwa náà ó wù wá pé kíjọba fún yín lówó nípa ibi tẹ́ ń gbé kò dáa tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó yẹ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ kó yẹ kẹ́ sọ́ra yìí di ọ̀tá ìlú nígbà tó sọ pé end SARS now láàrin end SARS now àtẹni ẹ ti gbà tó èèyàn 15 ẹjọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n sọ pé èèyàn wọ́n ní ó ń ṣépè ní pé oníwàhálà ni ó sọ pé kò ní dá fún gbogbo àwọn tó lóun ṣépè ẹjọ́ kí ló ṣe yẹn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí a kì í ṣe ẹranko ibi orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìlú Èkó kò ń ṣe inú gbóòrú mọ́lẹ̀ sí àwọn ọdẹ tí wọ́n dẹ ìwò tí wọ́n dẹ ṣàìkúté enough is enough ó ti tó.
Thank you. Shebi, you know a princess. She's a comedian or a comedian. What she was saying there, she was talking to the policemen in Lagos that these people are asking that the government should take care of you, that you should live a better life, you should get paid good money. You shouldn't be living like the most wretched dweller on earth. And while we are doing that, you have killed up to 15 people. That what is the problem? You are also affected. Your children live within the communities. Why are you so determined to protect what? They said NSAS, stop killing young people. Government should pay you good money, pay you insurance. Why are you attacking those who are asking for that? That was what she was saying there. A lady, a very determined lady. I have another one. Watch this.
Get a competent leadership. Right. How do we change the reorganization of the police?
Meanwhile, I'm going to come back to that. I want to take on another lady in Lagos who eventually protested, not because she's been a victim of SARS, so to say, but she protested for her own child's sake. Watch. She is a lady who protested that she has a daughter and she wants her daughter to be safe in Nigeria, in the country. Her daughter is a citizen of Nigeria that shouldn't grow up living in fear like they are living in fear now. So, however, as a lady, this one is actually so detailed. I think you should listen to her. She's a daughter of a policewoman.
I am a police doctor. Police secondary school here is my school. My mom is a police officer, but I am standing against the police brutality. I am not standing against police as a whole. End police brutality. We have a voice. We voted you in. Stand for us. Stop threatening us. You want us to stand for us. Governor Wike, you are elected boss. We supposed to know more. This project is our voice. I am a police brother. I went to police secondary school in Port Harcourt. I went to police secondary school Calabar. I understand everything about police. Stop brutalizing us. Stop all of this. We say no. We say no to SARS. End SARS. End police brutality. iPhone never gone. Esther never gone. I am a graphic designer. I have a laptop does not make me a criminal. For crying out loud, I am a graphic designer. Do I have to carry my receipts up and down? We are saying end SARS. We are not saying reform SARS. We are not saying end police. We are saying end police brutality. Stop harassing us. We are young people, we are youth, and we are vibrant. Because we are working hard doesn't make us criminals. Because I have a dread doesn't make me a criminal. Because I own an iPhone doesn't make me a criminal. All of us, we do hustle. I am a graphic designer. I am an entrepreneur. I am a student. I am not a criminal. I own a laptop. I am not a criminal.
Self-employed.
My name is Princess Iyemu, a student.
Thank you, Jare Princess. You don't talk and finish. So, meaning that the message was very clear from the onset. But the criminals have their way. Let me give you, because at some point, I think even Atiku says something about end SARS. If I manage to grab that video, I'll share it with you. But let's go to another part. Watch it. So even in Ibadan, okay, Ibadan, your state, Delta State, Benin, Lagos toll gate, Lekki toll gate, even in Kaduna, people came out, right? Let me share this with you. In fact, before I tell you that, I think I should give you an opening on that. Even our own Biafran brothers and sisters decided to add some cultural and traditional spice to the protest. Watch this. I told you, there's Enugu, rivers, all over the place. Everyone is becoming aware and asking questions, and that is the purpose of the ministry. So our ministry is moving to the permanent site. We will wait while the whole thing unfolds. But this is a message too from I'm going to take you to Benin. You see that of the Benin boys, their own, special. But let me first take you to Delta, where the state governor eventually had to address the protesters. Take a listen.
Out a lot of pains, those pains that affect the psychic of an officer that makes him look inhuman, which ought not to be. Yes. So that means that even in the reformation, as we try to reform their minds, we must also find ways of treating them to also make them feel that they are also carrying out a duty that is appreciated. So there's a lot of common sense in what you said, and I must thank you for that. The other issue is the question that you asked that I threw back, and then the two persons that talk, both the female and the male, they actually hit the nail on the same point. What do we have to do here? First, simply, as it said, we need to find a way to have a complaints, not a boss, but a complaints committee that we can trust.
Yes,
that means that it has to involve all. So I offer that truly from the part of the police, the CP will nominate two persons. He will not be here forever, but at least as long as I'm here, there will be two persons from the side of the police. For me, I will nominate one person, and that person will be the Director General of Security. Then from the side of the youth.
Anyway, that was the Delta State Governor trying to add some offers onto the table, telling the protesters that what you want, we know. We will do something about it. They will stop killing you, this and that. But for Benin, when the Benin boys saw soldiers, then change music, you should watch this. It's so interesting.
We know the fight. We know God. 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 We know the fight. We know God.
Before you shoot, just know this. Oh, we know Hogan. Oh, we know the fight. Oh, but if the thing change, they could change them for you too. I like that. So I'm going to take you to another part. This time around, I want you to see the area view of Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos today, where people converged for the NSAS protest. Just a view. You know what I mean? Just a view. I told you, it's just a view. They don't look too much, Abi. They actually shut down Tinubu business in Lagos. Do you not know that that's Tinubu's business? That they block the road. That toll gate. Now where Tinubu they collect his daily job is that. Lekki Toll Gate. They make hundreds of millions of naira there every day. But the protesters, for the 4th days now, they have been shutting down that Tinubu's ajo. I don't know how long Tinubu is going to be calm, but that happened. That's why I said you should see it. Just see what happened. Tinubu's business. Let's go to another one. Here's another one I think you should see before I say anything.
To hold them by their words. We are going to hold them by what they have said. Many times they have made promises like this before, and this is why this is lingering. Now we want them to know that whatever promise they make this time, they must keep it. Yeah. Everybody say it's a more. It's a more. It's a more. And because of this, so many unfortunate things happened yesterday. And because of those unfortunate things that happened yesterday, I did an article directly to the presidency and make sure that he addresses all of us that are protesting to end SARS and to ensure that extrajudicial killings are investigated and those that have been killed in error compensated. And that is why we are here. They must hear our voice this time. They must reckon with us this time. And I was not surprised. Oh, you want to clap for yourself. Let's clap for ourselves. Nigeria was almost like a country and a nation without young people. But this time, they have seen that there are young people. And that we are not looking for a future of tomorrow. The future we desire is now. The future we desire is now. If it is only through a struggle of peaceful protest like this, I'm not going to ask you to sheath your sword, because nobody here is carrying a sword. I am not going to ask you to remove your magazines and put them in your pocket, because nobody here is carrying an AK-47. All of us have our hands, and our hands are empty with only our phones, and we speak with one voice. Everybody say one voice. 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 One voice.
One voice. One voice. That's the spirit. Abi, una they watch me, you dey listen to all the clips, Abi. You can hear the protesters themselves, what they are demanding for. They know that they are lying. And they know until they see them do what they said they want or they will do, the protest will not end. It's as simple as that. I like that man of God anyway. That's the kind of man of God I'll go to his church. Okay. But I think we should stop by in Ibadan. This should cover Ibadan for us. But I have another clip of that lady with a child earlier. I think this one covers that. Cover that better. Take a look.
For her child, because she is Nigeria, for her child, for her child.
I suffered, my daughter is not going to suffer.
Amen.
My daughter can be a victim of rape by this country.
Yes.
And nothing will happen. She can actually be our president or president. A man who is drunk is a police officer.
Yes.
How do I explain to my daughter that a guy who is intoxicated with hard drugs is a police officer?
Yes.
How do I see a police officer wearing slippers?
You know what I mean? That's a mother. She's a known face, by the way. So I like her spirit. And I love the army. I love her message. You should too. You know what I mean? Because the police officers in Nigeria, once they arrest a lady, they are going to rape her. I'm telling you, no joke. If that sounds somehow to you, it's not a joke. If you should sleep in the police custody in Nigeria as a lady, for whatever, anything they pick you up for, especially when they intentionally go on the street to, you won't believe it. They intentionally go and arrest their ladies across the country just to rape them, threaten them, intimidate them that they will kill them. So she knows what she's talking about. And that's why I said, if you're a mother, today mothers are actually going out there to protest, not for themselves, but for their children. I think this is Ibadan. Let's take a look. that is that. I'll take you to another one, okay? For you to just see to just have a glimpse of what happened all over the country, especially some of us who always wait for a moment with Maiyegun, where we can always use it raw, uncut, unedited, as we have been doing. Let's take another tour to another. Meanwhile, there's a Nigerian, a Canadian Nigerian, who is a police officer. He's been into policing. He's been to police training colleges and all of that in Canada. He is now offering an advice to those who pretend to be your leaders in Nigeria. You want to fix the problem? You should do this. Take a walk.
Get a competent leadership. Right. How do we change the reorganization of the police force? How do we balance it? How do you give more autonomous power to the police in each state instead of someone sitting in Abuja and directing someone in Benin? So that's what we should be fighting for. And SARS is the beginning. So the larger picture is the IG have to go. We have to change the incompetence of the leadership. We need to pay police more. We need to see how we recruit them. That's what we should be fighting about. So don't stop. Don't give up. Thank you for coming. I have to come. Instead of just testing, I said, let me show up and show my appreciation and my support to my fellow Nigerians.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, officer. Thank you. I hope they listen, and I hope the protesters amend their demand. If you want things to work, there are ways they can work. If they want things to work. Jonas Agbodike, my brother, thank you very much. Oh, I don't know which currency is this, but thank you, because I can see your super chats there. God bless you. So yeah, let us continue. I've got more to share with you on what happened all over the world, in Nigeria, all over Nigeria, Kaduna, and everywhere. As much as we have them on a short clip like that, maybe you should watch this too.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! We are not afraid of you! We're afraid enough! We are not afraid of you! We are not afraid of you! We are afraid enough! We are afraid enough! We are the citizens are afraid enough! Shame on you people! Shame on you! Shame on you!
They touch me!
You get what I mean? Their soldiers are going to try and be patient and try and pretend for a few hours. From tomorrow, you will begin to get signals coming from everywhere. The soldiers that are laughing with you. In Ibadan today, soldiers were with people. They were marching with people. The same soldier will march with you today. They will march with you tomorrow. By this time in 48 hours, you go see say them be different ones. So don't lose guard. Let us go forward. This is also in Abuja, where the soldiers are trying to intimidate the people, going back and forth, trying to let them know that they can start anytime. But take a look. The testing ground. You know, they see testing mic. Well, I like mixing this up. It's good. So that you will know that as they go for this side, no, so they go for that side. Their soldiers are pretending, but they are warming up. They are now trying to get the names of those soldiers they are going to dispatch or deploy for quelling the protest, because that is what it's going to lead to. The protesters are asking the government that they want to see them in action. They want to see actions. They want to see government doing something, not just telling them. So the government is saying, well, it's going to take time before you can see what we are doing, but we are going to do something. We are going to do everything you want. Now, the government is going to tell the people to go home so that they can do something. The people are going to ask that the government must do something first. Now there the soldiers could come in. It's not hard. You don't need to be a pastor. You don't need to be, you know what I mean? The thing where they go on, Baba, I even have it from our, what do you call it? Our NRC senior moms. They have joined the protest too. And in fact, you will hear from them this evening. Let's go to another one. But before I continue, there's one I want you to listen to. It's a very short one from Professor Lumumba. Professor Lumumba from, I don't know. However, I think you should listen to him. Take a look. Take a look.
The day Nigeria wakes up, Africa will never be the same again.
Probably this is the time from Professor Lumumba. So he said, the day Nigeria wake up, Africa will not remain the same again. That is another call. Let us take it further. There's a message from a former police officer, maybe he's still a police officer, or he's a senior police officer that managed to grab his own statement today on NSAS. It's detailed somehow. Just take a listen. And when he begins to say rubbish, I'll get rid of that, okay? But take a listen to this.
Mr. President has also spoken. But in all this, I think they have probably forgotten to talk to the policemen. We cannot be having this sort of conversation and policemen are still on the streets shooting at protesters. This is very funny. I can't understand. I was expecting by now that most likely we could have taken the police off the streets, bring in some other security agencies, whether they belong to the police, bring them out to help escort the protesters. Let us begin to take steps now that will make the protesters begin to have some level of confidence in government. Because the whole thing ongoing right now boils down to a high deficit in trust. Trust deficit is the problem now. The president has spoken, even though as far as I'm concerned, he has not addressed the nation yet on this issue. Whatever the comments he made to me were just side comments. I expect the president to address the nation specifically on the ongoing situation in the country. I think that will give a big boost to whatever the government intends to do. What is the way forward for the nation or for government or for the police is that yes, we should immediately begin to embark on the reforms we've talked about. And even at that, one begins to wonder who is reforming who. Is it the police force that is reforming SARS or SARS that is reforming the police force? Because even the entire police force calls for reforms. Okay?
Thank you. Pretty much a very good and valid points there that he made. And that's why I cropped that out and decided to share with you. Yes, you don't have precedent, obviously, but whatever happens, at least they should have taken their policemen off the street. That is what's going to happen very soon. And then whoever, like I said, any security agents and wherever they want to send out there, they should at least just be there to what? To protect the protesters, not attack them, not arrest them, not be looking at how to kill them. You know what I mean? Very good and valid point. Let me take you through another one. Take a look at this.
We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. What do we want? Answer! 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 Answer!
How many people soldier go kill you? You know what I mean? That's Ibadan as well, where the Ibadan people came out a lot today. It was massive. Get what I mean? Here's another one.
Being done anywhere in any part of the world, only in this country. So it's totally unacceptable.
With the ban, what do you think needs to be done now?
Well, there is need for them to reform the police, actually, to make it more civil. Thank you.
Every institution in Nigeria needs some reform, from civil service to the police, indeed even to the military. In other words, we should pay attention to what is happening in each of these institutions. And I'm happy that Nigerians have begun now to really think about what they can do to make government do what they want the government to do.
That's Atiku. So Atiku also lended his voice. Who is going to say this is wrong? Except the APC members, you know, those APC liars, APC criminals, your ministers, all those people, those criminals that come to lie to you every now and then. Eh? Can you see any of them now? They've disappeared. Yeah, Atiku can talk because he will tell you, I'm not the president. I would probably have done something if that was me. Well, I'm not. Exactly. It should be civil. You know what I mean? As if to say they left a civil police for Bukuari when they were there for 16 years. We should never forget that too. Yeah? For 16 years, the police in Nigeria was never reformed. They became more and more and more and more and more deadlier and more, you know, dangerous as they have now become. But yeah, we should do something. Very good. Let me go back to my people on the street. You should check this, because after this video, I'm going to take you to our mama who are actually like praying for the protesters, because they too, they don't leave the coven. They come outside today to say end SARS, end SARS. Now they are no say the thing don't enter firebrand now. So watch this.
iPhone no be gone. iPhone no be gone. Address cannot be gone. How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? Not here, not here, not here. How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill?
I think that was in Ibadan too. So where people felt like, well, don't fear them all. They're not going to do anything. And Seyi Makinde, true to his word yesterday, the protesters in Ibadan today had their protest peacefully. Large number of people turned up, and there was no attack so far reported. If there is any, you will eventually get to know on this platform. Let's take a look. I mean, let's take a quick detour again to go and see the NRC community, the witches, and our other praying mothers who came out to give their own cultural, spiritual blessing to the protest. Give a shout out.
I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, they were there, adding their own contribution to the protest. Come here, let me pray for you. Or your parents will, you will not die young. Your parents will reap the benefit. I mean, sorry, the what's it called again? How do they put that? The reward of their sweat or their labor. You know what I mean? Praying for them that they will not kill you. Come here. That is a protest where everybody is using everything they have to get what they are looking for. The only deaf and dumb person is Bukuari, who doesn't speak, who doesn't talk, is an effigy, just like an effigy. You know what I mean? Like that. So everyone is concerned except Bukuari. Let's take another look, because a lot happened, like I said, and this is one of them. There's the young people there. They are busy protesting, and they are also taking care of the policemen who are not attacking them. They were giving them food, giving them water, and they are doing their own protest there until the government answered them. That is exactly how it should be. You know what I mean now? That's how it should be. A government should listen. The police should protect the peaceful protesters. If there's anyone who actually commits any crime during the protest, they should be handed over to the police. no mob action, no gun firing. How can you end police SARS and they are still out there carrying gun? Who gave them the gun? Do they not have name? Do they not have commanders? Do their commanders have no names? Then who are these guys? Who are they working for? That the president of the country gave an order and they are still on the street. It's so funny, ridiculously funny, that a criminal SARS officer will tell you that it will kill you and nothing will happen. If you like, you can call the president. That's how confident they are. Because yes, they will kill you and the president will never know about it because it's in Nigeria. Let's go another tour. You know, I told you I've got so many. When I play you this, I'll have my own my own chara.
How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? He not go kill us, tire. He not go kill us, tire. He not go kill us, tire. How many people Sassy go kill?
That is the young men and women in Ondo, Akure, precisely, or to be precise, just like, you know, I was told. Everyone is on the street asking for the same thing, but eventually they are not yet asking for everything. There are still more that the government is going to push them to ask for, okay? Meanwhile, I told you why it is your right to protest, but except if you are under a military government. Although your government pretends to be a democracy, but you know that you have a militocracy where the gerontocrats are now ruling over you in a system called gerontocracy. So the gerontocrats ruling over you in place of democracy called gerontocracy, right? Old people, government of old people, by the old people, for the old people, gerontocracy. That's what they are doing. So under such a government, you have no right except the right that they tell you you have. Even if it is written in the book that they call the law book, that you have this right, they will tell you, no, you don't. But for the sake of those who are watching us, while we give a shout out to Aisha Yesufu has been a standing, this image has come so viral that Aisha Yesufu iconic image, and I just thought I should point that out. This is what your constitution says about protest. No one can tell you when to protest. They can't tell you what to protest about. They cannot tell you how long you should protest. In fact, you can protest from January to December simply because there's no toothpaste to use. If it pains you, you can protest. The law says that the government must protect you. But there's also that fake law they made that says for the sake of national unity, they can withdraw that right from you, the right to assemble peacefully, protest as long as you want. Well, yeah, that's the one they are now using. Until the people said enough. I hope you won't give up. Read this. What your constitution say about suppress the protest. If they are all trash, they will write a new law if you demand for it. They will write a new constitution that really, really acknowledges you as a citizen. The one that gives you this right that no politician, no matter how mad he is, will never be able to touch. Most importantly, Nigeria won't give you that. Let's be honest. Nigeria will never give you that. It's like asking for too much to them. But if you can use this momentum to push for it, maybe you can have it. And if you can't have it, join those who would like to have Nigeria end, so that they don't end up being offered in their own country to stop protesting, being offered money to stop protesting against things that affects them and affects millions like them all over the place. Like this that happened, according to the report from Uyo, when the young people were protesting and the state governor came. It was, in fact, according to reports, offering to give them 5 million naira and they should go home. They shouldn't be at the government house. True of us, this happened. That's them, the youth, shouting down on their governor as a Yahoo boy. I think they said he came to address them. And as usual, because all they know, all these politicians, all they know is just money. They will tell you, we'll give you money, you will shut up. You look at this one, you are hungry. Do you want some money? We'll give you money and you shut up. Because all they have is money. They have nothing. Average Nigerian politician have nothing to offer you. He will offer you money. He will brag about how much money he has. But he can never tell you how he made the money. Because he made it from looting, from stealing. You know why? The system allowed him to do that. The system permitted her to do that. And for you, asking him questions to explain why he's spending the money like that, you are just, what? You are just stupid. You should take money rather than ask questions. So eventually the youth, you saw what happened there. They didn't take his money. They called him a Yahoo boy. Let me show you another one from this field of NSAS campaign in Nigeria today.
I've been requested. But I would have been with you earlier. I had to go to Ogomasho. I went out there to see things for myself and also to visit with the cabinet, the Shoma of Ogomasho, and to also meet with the family.
That's Sheyi Makinde, meeting with the protesters in, today, in Ogbomosho, as well as in Ibadan. So it was a great and then a massive, protests across the country today, including Kaduna. Let me see if I have the Kaduna video. No, I don't. I didn't put that up. Probably I'll share that with you some other time. But this is from Lagos. And it is from Lekki toll gates in Lagos today.